Hello, my name is Claire Spence. This session is going to be working towards performance. And the first thing I am going to do is to hand out a piece of paper. And you will notice that at the top there is a verse, a sentence with a number next to it. Now, you'll also notice some nicely coloured paper clips, and they are my gifts to you. I wanted to do that so I have an initial assessment of how you speak when asked to. The aims and objectives of this day, Act 1, is to understand the basic concepts behind correct breath and posture, to work with text, which you have in your hand, towards a group performance to build confidence, and hopefully you'll be able to take that into your teaching. And objectives to identify the basic elements to demonstrate confidence, perform a selection of vocal warm-ups, and to recite a piece of classical text, which you have in your hands, as part of an ensemble performance. By ensemble, I mean group. It's just a theatrical term for group performance. What I'm going to ask you to do now is just to take your shoes off, please, and any big coats and everything, pop them underneath your chairs. We're going to be doing a little bit of voice work today, and because of that, I want you to make sure you don't strain your voice. Part of that is, if you feel your voice is getting dry, I want you to take a sip of water. Again, my gift to you. I've bought a little bottle of water and some cups. Just to let you know, health and safety reasons, if you, like in the future, you are working towards performance, and by performance I mean even teaching, don't drink ice cold water, because ice cold water will actually tighten the throat and it won't be as effective. How useful is appearing to be confident will it be to you teachers? Very. And why is that?
Get some authority.
Authority. Anything else? So a few of you may be aware of elements of Pilates, where we want to think about having your feet parallel in the ground. And this is why it's nice to have your shoes off, because you can really feel your feet in the ground, can't you? So that gives you a good stance, really. If you're feeling nervous, you just think into your feet. Knees, soft knees. Don't mean locked, I don't mean too far forward, just nice and soft. I want your hips to be above your knees and shoulders slightly back. I can see that most of you aren't breathing correctly now. Has anyone heard of the diaphragm? The diaphragm is an instrument which is just beneath the ribs here, as demonstrated by my belt, and it's like a balloon which fills up with air. So because it's here, when you breathe in, this should expand, and then when you breathe out, this should go back in again. So it's not, that means you're breathing up here, so you won't get a deep full breath. You'll only have a shallow breath. I want you to put your hands on here. I want you to breathe in, and think about breathing into this area here. And breathe out. Breathing again. And breathe out. I want you to check on the person next to you. If it's okay for everyone to touch everyone else? Yeah? I will need you to come back as quickly as possible, because we're a little bit pressed for time. We're just going to give a nice big stretch. Just stretch out the body. If you can touch your toes, do. If you can't, don't push yourself. Now your face. You're doing a massive piece of chewing gum. Remember, at any time you need any water, it's just there. Help yourself. Yeah, big, small, and then I want you to blow your lips. Come on, get it out. And smack the lips. And take it into the body. body as well. Just shake all of that off. Very attractive, isn't it? I want you to get back into your stance, feet forward, nice relaxed. I want you to breathe in through the nose, thinking about the diaphragm, and breathe out. This time I'm going to instruct you to do to add voice to the breath on the out breath. I'm going to count you in as well. I'll just demonstrate. Your turn. Again, we're going to breathe in, and this time I want you to think about pulsing this diaphragm area. So I'll demonstrate. Did you see that? Okay, your turn. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, and this time, I want you to take that onto a voice. So, let's see. I want you to do da, so there's more of a sound. So breathe in. Da 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 da. Brilliant. Pick up your sheet. Unique New York, unique New York. Brilliant. And then my favourite is Betty Botter, which is at the bottom. We'll say this together. But I'm going to set the rhythm for you, okay? Betty Botter bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. So she bought some better butter, better than the bitter butter. And she put it in her batter, and it made her batter better. So it was better Betty Botter bought some better butter. Brilliant. Brilliant. Remember, posture, breath, strong voice, smile. So posture, we've talked about the posture. Breath, we've spoken about the breath. Strong voice you can achieve from using the diaphragm. And smile.
For thy sweet love remembered, such wealth brings.
But then I scorned to change my statement.
Give yourself a round of applause. I have given you the sheets with the tongue twisters and also with the sonnets. So try and practice those tongue twisters at home in front of the mirror. Really make yourself look ugly in front of the mirror, and just really, you know, use your face and use your mouth and everything. So you did notice it before and after. Are there ways in which you can build upon what you've learned today?
I think it'll help the rest of us who haven't done our mic routine.
Okay, brilliant. Own the room. It's about being confident in what you're saying. Even if it's a little bit confident, just working on it. That little piece of text, you had a chance just to work on it, so you were able to build your confidence with that. Plant your feet, breathe deeply, look relaxed, or, at least if you can't do it, fake it until you make it. That's from our wonderful Sue Wallace. And you never know what you can achieve. So, thank you very much. I managed to get everything done, but I only was able to pinpoint little things. I really wanted to explore things more, but I couldn't see how I could omit some things without explaining the others. So there was a process which I had to go through. So I had to really just touch upon the other things, whereas you would spend 20 minutes alone on a voice warm-up. But I think it went okay. Everyone seemed to be... I got everyone up.
I'd actually mistaken you for an actual teacher teaching confidence for a petals course. Do you understand what I mean?
Oh, right.
But as in, like, when you came across, obviously you were very confident, and to me it didn't seem like a micro teacher, it just seemed like you was an actual teacher coming to teach us how to be confident. And do you understand that? Yeah.
I do understand that. When I heard Sue's when she said this, I instantly thought, oh, I could do that, I could build upon that. But then I didn't. I was working on that sort of thing, but then I thought, well, no, I want to relate it to what I do.
Yeah.
So through that was my intention, but then I presented it in that way. So if that came through, then I'm really happy.
Yeah, you made it definitely relative to what we are doing.
Brilliant. Thank you.
So it's very brave when you were, although you didn't show it, you were probably feeling nervous yourself, and tell us how to not be nervous. It was very brave, but you did it. You pulled it off.
Thank you. It actually made me feel like a student in a drama class. Oh, it was really good.
Brilliant, thank you.
Yeah, it's full of energy from start to finish, and we kept our focus throughout.
Okay.
At no point did my mind wander away from what we were doing.
Brilliant, thank you.
Also, I think you made everyone kind of forget their inhibitions to a certain extent, because a lot of people, I think, if not you say, yeah, go up in front of the class and go, things like that, most people are like, I don't think so. But you were like, yeah, you know, because you were willing to do it yourself,
Yeah.
walk around and smash your face up kind of thing. So everyone else was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I think someone said that yesterday with the artist, you actually do it, so that's a massive, with performing is expressing from yourself.
I think your energy comes over to us and it makes us want to be energetic.
Okay, brilliant.
I think the pace was a bit large.
Yeah.
It was quite fast paced, which was good because it had that point about inhibition that everybody.
Didn't have time to think about it.
Very well done. I think everybody's made really pertinent comments, and you were really, really confident. And I think that's brilliant, because I think when you first do a micro-teach, it can be very daunting, especially when it's your peers. And obviously everybody feels very anxious. But you came across as being really, really confident, which is really important when you do go into a classroom and you're faced with real students rather than your peers. The fact that you were very energetic and enthusiastic is fantastic, because that communicates itself, and a number of people have mentioned that. And it's really effective in motivating students. If you can get across that enthusiasm for your subject and that sort of energy, then they can't sit there and go to sleep and be disinterested. So that was very good. Well done.